In this video, I will show you exactly what flipping is in old school RuneScape and how you can utilize it to make yourself quite a lot of money on a daily basis. Since the G tax is going to be introduced soon, this is not something that will be able to net you profit for much longer. So it's really useful if you can take advantage of this now. So in general, what flipping is it's buying an item, holding it for not a very long period of time, and selling it again. In old school RuneScape, this tends to be the difference between the buy price and the sell price of an item. So the buy price is what's often referred to as the insta buy of an item. So this is you put an offer in and the item buys instantly. The sell price is the insta sell price. So if you just want to sell an item, you put it in low, that's the price it sells for. And the profit we're going to be making through flipping is the margin between the insta buy and the insta sell price. So if you were to look at Zara scales here, this would be a 2GP margin. You would be buying them for the insta sell price of 124 and selling them for the insta buy price of 126. So to start off with flipping, if you need to find items to flip, typically a good way to do this would be to come to this is the RuneScape G marketplace link, and you can look at the most traded items. You can go down this link and list and find the items which have both a high volume and a highish price. So in this case, like fire runes and air runes, there wouldn't really be any point merchanting these, because even if you can flip them, you're going to be making a maximum of 1 GP, and it's not really worth it. So if we go down this list, we can find the items which would be good. So the top one of the list is Zara scales, and then it's closely followed by blood runes. So these are items which have a high trade volume and throughout the day. So if we go back to the Zara scales tab, this is a 6-month graph of Zara scales. So you can see there's fluctuation throughout. But what we're interested in for flipping is we're literally just going to buy our limit and sell our limit instantly. So as soon as we finish buying them, we're immediately going to sell them, and we're not actually holding on to the item for any long period of time. So if we were to look at the 1-day graph, you can sort of see how throughout the day, the insta sell price is lower than the insta buy price. So here the insta sell price is in green and the buy price is in sort of orangey color. So throughout the day, there's a margin that can be made by buying and selling these items. So right now for Zara scales, to buy and sell, the buy limit, which is 30,000 of them, would net you a potential profit of 60,000 coins. Another highly traded item could be teak planks, and this is the 1-day graph of how teak planks look. So you can see at the moment there's a margin of 6 GP between the insta buy price and the insta sell price. So how it works is you basically just leave your offer in for the insta sell price and you sell it for the insta buy price, and by waiting a bit of time to buy the item and sell the item, you're making that margin, and that margin is profit. The reason that you would flip to start with using the high traded items is there's a lot less volatility in these items, so you have a much lower chance of losing money. It's unlikely in a flip that you will lose money. Even if you had, say, bought here, it drops and it quite quickly rebounds, so you're not going to be losing money, and even if you were, you would never lose much money. And these items hold a pretty constant value, so you're not really risking money. Unlike flipping something like a Bandos chest plate or any item like this is the 1-day graph here, and you can see how there's a lot more volatility in these items, so you can make a lot more and you can also lose a lot more. So I might do another video in a bit more detail on how you can try and minimize your losses with these. Because if we look in here, for example, we can see that how the items sort of spiked. If you were looking at the margin would have been quite a lot here. So you might think that's fantastic. I'm going to buy, there's a 300k margin on Bandos chestplate. I'm going to buy loads of Bandos chestplates here. But by the time these Bandos chestplates have bought, you're probably at sort of this sort of time, because they do take a while to buy. It's not like the high traded items, the sort of the low daily volume items take a lot longer to buy. So by the time they've bought, you could then be in a drop period. If you had wanted to shift them in the next sort of hour, you'd have been shifting them down here for a loss of money. So for this video, that's not what we're going to focus on. We're going to focus on those high volume, small margin items that we can flip. But you could also use it for something like a Bandos chestplate, but I'll do another video more in depth about that. So then what I want to show you is how you can use a Google Sheet in order to enable you to do this sort of automatically. So what I've done is I've taken a list of all the items that are on my watch list to be flipped. So like Zora scales, you could see could be flipped, and this returns, the margin at the moment for Zora scales, which is 60,000. It also, what this script does, is it gets all the items, it gives you the return on investment for them, the profit per item, which would be this column, the profit for your whole buy limit, which would be column J. And this enables you to very quickly see what sort of items you should be flipping at any point in time during the day. So you could come to this sheet, have a quick look, see which items had a good return of investment, and then use that for your flipping. So I'm going to be sharing this sheet in the description. So for a link to it, go there and have a look. So the key things to look out for when you're flipping, so this sheet also automatically updates every 5 minutes. So the prices here are pretty real time. But if you want to check an item, I do have a deep dive tab, but I'll be sharing it as read-only access, which means you can't change the deep dive tab. So if you have an item and you're not sure if it's a safe flip, as it were, just go to the RuneWiki API. So the prices.runescape.wiki. So they have a really awesome API and website which enables you to check the prices of the items. And if you wanted to see that, it enables you to check the item to see that it's not spiking or something like that. And then you can leave your offers in, they'll buy, they'll sell. And it's a really good way to just make a little bit of extra money every day. And yeah, I really hope this video was helpful. And for any feedback on it, please let me know in the comments. These sort of the scripts involved in the real-time updating occasionally do break, which will cause a page to sort of not real-time update, and the sort of the cells will go blank. So I've also put a Discord channel link in the description. So if at any point the script is broken, just at me in there. I'll also put my Discord in the description as well, and I will fix it. I have a backup of the script which doesn't real-time update, and I can just copy it in. It takes me about 15 seconds to fix. So if you are using it and at any point it doesn't work like that, let me know.